I am in Rio, Brazil on Boulevard Olimpico. It is the site of the world's largest mural. That's right, that's it behind me right here. The artist is named Kobra with a K. It's pretty huge, it's pretty enormous. Today we are going to discuss some techniques for very, very powerful purchasing negotiations. Now, purchasing is extremely important if you sell anything, because the price at which you buy the object that you're selling is going to dictate how much profit you make. In fact, there are many scenarios in business where your purchasing time is where you're actually making your profit, meaning that if you purchase badly, that cuts into your profit, and if you purchase well, that gives you the profit. So we're going to talk about ways to ensure that you get a good deal. The first part about getting a good deal is knowing the value of what something you're buying is actually worth. Know what the going prices are worth. If you have ever traveled in the Middle East and went to one of the souk marketplaces, the Arabs are masters at taking advantage of tourists who have no idea what things cost. You could literally buy something that the locals pay $5 for US for like $100. They will rip you the heck off if they know that you don't know what it's worth. Always know what the value of what you're buying is worth. It's super critical and the number one most important thing, especially if it's business and you have to resell this thing. How are you going to resell it if you don't even know what the thing is worth? All right, that's one. Next most important thing is never be hungry. See, the thing is, if I'm selling, let's say, a bottle of water, and we're in the desert and I'm the only person with water, and I know that you're gonna dehydrate if you don't have this water, I got you. You have no leverage whatsoever because you're gonna pay whatever the heck I wanna sell this thing at for. So if I wanna rip you off and charge $1 million for this bottle of water, you're gonna pay it. So the whole thing is never be hungry, because when you are hungry and you need that product and you need that purchase, what's gonna happen is you're going to have to bluff. And you're bluffing by basically gambling with what you utterly need, what you can't do without. Therefore, if you are hungry, you are gonna get royally eaten alive. So you have to bluff if in such a case there's no alternative, and pretend you don't need something. Be ready to walk away, but you can't really walk away. So you just have to call the bluff. Now, assuming that you're not hungry and that you are able to walk away from the deal legit, not bluffing, but you actually can walk away from the deal, the next thing to do is to put time on your side. That is, if you know that the person selling the object is hungry to get rid of the object and turn it into profit, be ready to walk away. Act like you have all the time in the world to make this purchase, because that person's hungry and will be quicker to negotiate down. The same can go in the other direction as well. If you know that they're in no rush to sell, then make your offer very brief. Say this is what my offer is. I'm gonna buy one today. Tomorrow I'm not gonna be purchasing anymore, because that's it. I need to get it today. I don't have an option to buy it tomorrow. And that pressures the seller to commit to your price, knowing that if they don't, you're either gonna go find someone else or you're not gonna buy it. That's it. So use time to your advantage. Try to identify if the seller is somebody who is got ample time to make the sale or is urgently needing to get rid of this thing. Because that is your advantage as in purchasing, okay? Know where the purchaser is. You're trying to read the purchaser, and everything that you can identify as a vulnerability in them is something that is an advantage to you. By the way, this is my favorite segment of the mural right here. I don't know if I'm far back enough you actually could see that. Well, I don't want to get hit by that light rail when it departs the station there. But this part here, this old man in there, his beard looks like spaghetti. I love it. I think it's the coolest thing ever. It's the best part of the mural. It's also the end of the mural. So, you know, it's not as big as I actually expected it to be when they said it's the world's largest mural. I guess it's huge, but not not the next wonder of the world. All right, anyway, one more thing. You want to get your seller committed to selling to you. How do you do that? You want to make it so they don't want you to walk away. You want to get them talking. You want to get them explaining what it is this product does and why you need it and whatever it else. The more they sell to you, the more committed they're gonna be to sell it to you and not want you to walk away. So if you can ask questions that get them talking, then you have them in a situation where they don't really want to let you walk away after they've invested their time explaining the product to you. So get them talking, even if you know it. You might know the product really well. If just literally ask questions. You might know the answers. It makes no difference. You're asking them questions so they get committed. You're not asking them questions to find information. On the contrary, you should know the information before you start. That's important to make sure you're gonna get a good deal. Know all the information up front. Don't be expecting the seller to provide you that information. Expect the seller to get committed by talking to you, by anything that you can make them talk about, so they want you to buy it, and after they've invested the time, they're gonna feel like eager to make a sale and not let you just walk away empty-handed, because then they don't make any money, you know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, that's the end of the world's largest mural. And that side's not even continuing of it, but it's pretty neat. I like the art on that side. It is an absolutely amazing, glorious place here in the northern edge of Rio, Brazil. And if you want to see what contrast is, I'm going to show you something. Hold on a minute. Let me just get position so you can see it on the camera. Let's see. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Right over there. Yeah, that's it. It's picking it up. Right there's the favela. That is where poor people live on a mountaintop. Super steep, really low rent. I'm talking about like $100 US per month to live up there, and it's phenomenal. If you got to visit these things when you're in Rio, because it's a way of life that North Americans never ever even imagine and see, and it's everywhere here in Rio. Like, you just here, I'm in like the major normal like city area, and right there is the favela. A favela, not the favela. There's dozens and dozens of them. All right. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Signing off from the most amazingly beautiful Rio, Brazil. It is bloody sunny. I don't know how much you could see in the camera because I could barely open my eyes. It's so bright and beautiful here. All right, signing off from Rio, Brazil. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Yeah!